What is good, everybody? Welcome to the stream here today. Hope everybody's been doing good. But yeah, we've just been kind of taking it easy this week for certain reasons. But welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. There we go. Put that about right here. Just getting OBS and everything situated. There we go. All right. Yeah. Thought we'd do some grinding today. I actually saw a video that made me... I always love like discussion topics and stuff, so... Rogue Hero posted a thing about the Droll and Lockbird, and that made me want to use Droll as a thumbnail and put a Droll counter on the stream when we go over and play some YGO Omega. We can just see how many times we get Droll and Lockbird. Yes, we're going to try, man. I've been really enjoying the Flame Swordsman stuff. I definitely had to trial and error my list quite a bit. One of the cool things is I ended up... I used this card, played this card quite a bit, but then I really went test with it, bricked on it nonstop. And the theory you play this card is because it's like an extra disruption, but the main theory is behind Droll and Lockbird. So like if you get Drolled, you can just, you know, search. That's your first search, but I found myself, I was like, well, wait a minute, you can just do that regardless. Like you just search, your first search just ends up being the quick play, and then if they Droll, you train quick play, search the Salamander Trap, and you're still set. So I don't know yet. It's still over here on the side because I don't know if it's going to permanently come out. I haven't missed it in my inboards, but they've been a few times when, like, you miss it when your opponent is lucky with, like, their Saki one-ofs. Like, you miss that extra form disruption, like, a few times. Like, it's just like, dang, it'd be nice if I had this card, but for the most part, it's not too terrible because the quick play is also, like, a low-key form of disruption. But we're going to try because I went to locals, man, and it was, like, 3 rounds, and every round I saw this card, this specific Flame Swords Dance in my hand, and then there was one round where I saw both that and Salamander, and it's just like statistically you shouldn't be seeing it, but statistics are... Never put your faith in statistics. So it ended up changing the list quite a bit, actually, and I'm pretty pleased with it so far. It's just kind of like, I hate to say it, it's just like the standardness that the deck had to become for modern Yu-Gi-Oh! To play, you know. 15 plus hand traps, chummies. The only thing I didn't choose to do, and we've talked about it in our testing group, is I don't like to play the chummies and Droll. I think those conflict too much because human greed greed plays like a big part in my opinion. Plays like a big part. Because it's like, do I want to draw or do I want to stop them? And it's just you're contemplating what you want to do type of thing. But yeah, I've been digging the list pretty much. There's so much to talk about the deck. Unfortunately, I feel like it's still a locals deck, sadly. I definitely can agree. I think that maybe you could take it to a regional because we've seen decks far worse than it go and do well at regional. But I think you could take it at a regional level and you might be able to potentially go through it. But then there's like a lot of avenues, you know, a lot of like things have to be on your side. You know what I mean? Droll being the main deck problem. I mean, like, at least the deck can put up something through Droll. I've been able to consistently, hand depending, you know, of course. But I think that's with all decks that can play through Droll, right? Every deck, outside, unless you're Malice, right? Every deck that can play through Droll, that gets hurt by Droll, it's all open depending on your hand. So I've been able to potentially get to an inboard of, like, Charles plus a Book of Moon. So then that's literally 3, you know, under a Droll, which is, like, pretty good. And Charles is able to become untargetable. So it's not like a frame 1 Imperm, even though Imperm seeing less play can solve it. But yeah, the deck just has I don't even say it's the deck's fault, honestly. It's just the format is just like you can't account for everything, you know what I mean? Like there's just so many hand traps. Like back when there was only like 12 was the maximum hand traps, you know what I mean? I feel like you were able to try to like calculate and skillfully play under them, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. You'd have to play out of your mind. Like literally, it's kind of funny. Last night I almost chucked my mouse across the screen because I was playing some Omega before I wrapped it up, and I was playing against an Orcus player, and it's like I was literally on the back foot and I was playing out of my mind, and he like did he drop lit my board, activated the tract, he hard opened the tract, he summoned out Lori, and I went to Book of Moon the Lori, and then I misclicked in the sense of my mouse clicked the bottom of my keyboard, and I didn't Book of Moon his Lori, and then he just spiraled out from there. So I flipped my trap card up to book for no reason. And it just, dude, it made me so livid. And it's just like, yeah, you couldn't afford no mistakes with the deck, essentially. Like, you know what I mean? You have to, like, As it is with most rogue decks, though, right? Like, you have to know your deck inside and out, and you have to know the opponent's decks. Like, you have to know all the decks of the meta inside and out to, like, get the result that you kind of want. But, yeah, I've been digging it. I thought we'd do a little bit of live stuff here, and then we can move to some Omega, but I'm not too pleased. I hate the way the current Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going, sadly. Just because of, every deck has to play like this way if they want to do good. But the main deck is literally, I'm not going to throw it out, but it's literally like Chummies. The Trinity of that, and then hand traps. That's what it is. That's 100% what it is, and it doesn't feel good. But also, this Infernoble has always been a very go first deck. It's never, like, it's been able to go second with Gear Free, but it's never been able to totally, what's the case? Hard goes. It's not like Merman Atlanteans where, like, the deck can go second because that's such powerful board breaking cards. So that's where, like, I kind of get, like, the playing of the Chummies come in, So, like, playing the Chummies do help going second because you're not guaranteed to win any die rolls. And if you're, like, if you're me, you're not going to win no die rolls. Unless it doesn't matter. Like, unless you're just sitting, playing for fun, and then you win all your die rolls and you go to any type of event, locals or not, you just get blasted by the die rolls. But, so, sweet. Like, even here, it's typical. Not even going to run through this hand, but this is your typical Infernoble hand. Go here, sir. Well, I mean, technically, this is not. We actually have, this is a pretty good hand because we have these right here, actually. You could go your standard Infernoble line of, like, Ogier and Renault, but I don't think, like, you need to do that, especially since we opened with the safety of Called By. We don't have to worry about Droll and Lockbird coming in and snorking us real quick, but we could potentially get... So I think the line is something... I think I've done this, but this line's, like, really convoluted. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's kind of convoluted, but it does get the job done. It's normal this, which you'd probably like, why do you want to take up your normal summon, right? So when you normal this, activate the heritage, search out your museum. I've actually cut museum because I've noticed a lot of the other players have cut museum down to 1, so I'm trying it at 1. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. I literally saw that K9 list. My buddy sent it to me, and they're like, you got to do it, man. You got to pick up K9 now. And I don't want to pick up K9, but I definitely would not be opposed to it. Especially since it's so cheap. Or not cheap, but, like, the, what's the term? Low rarity. Like, it's not all, like, ultras and stuff. But, yeah, we go here, activate that, pay that. Go ahead and grab ourselves our equip spell. So yeah, then I've cut down Noble Arms Museum to 1, which normally I've been a valid believer in 2, but I decided to cut down to make space. So before it's all said and done, I might put it back in because Infernoble is one of those decks that you could easily bump up to like a 45 card count and be okay. I think it works because they have our queen. Oh, yep, Oh, Isolde. She can come back, man. People are out of their mind. The fact that she shouldn't have been banned in the first place, but it is what it is. Glad you can make the stream. So you go here into that. You go Durandal. Durandal searches you your Lighting Flame Swordsman here. Then you banish this. Summon down this, effect of this to go ahead and grab yourself your Fighting Flame Sword spell. She should, yeah, absolutely, man. She should. Absolutely. So then we just can activate this. Search out our Fighting Flame Swordsman. Because it's being treated as a tuna right now, so we got to get a non-tuner on the field. But we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to do it pretty easily. Activate the Fighting Flame Swordsman. Send that. Summon this. Effect to this. Summon out that. Arguably, now that I look at it, like, yeah, you could have done, like, this particular line, but maybe it was just... Probably should have just gone for the Gearfried, Ogier and Gearfried and stuff like that and held the resources, right? So, but special this here. Use this effect to add back the Fighting Flame Swordsman. These two right here, tuners. And since I only play the one museum, this is where I kind of do... This comes up quite a bit to miss it. Effect of the Fighting Flame Sword. You send the the brick to search the brick. So we'll add that. Send that, then that searches that. And then it's out Salamandra, target the Angelica, chain her effect, dumping the Ogier. Dumping Ogier, and then some rolling, effect to equip. Also, have you tried playing the Battle Boxers in a small package of flame swords? You can end on with Charles. Yes, I have. I have actually, and I like it for the because it gives the deck the 1-card combo, right? But I kept having issues where since you are playing the Flame Swordsman stuff, like you just end up drawing like I drew Uppercutter, Spar, and then the one of this guy, and it's just too many. I felt that it was too clinky in the sense, and then I felt like the boxers didn't really facilitate hand traps in a way. And then what I mean by that is they're not really high enough. Uppercutter, I wish Uppercutter did more. Like it'd be kind of cool if he was like dump and add, kind of like that. But it never. Every time I was playing that list, they just hold their interruptions for the card that warrants it, which is Angelica. But then that's why I opted to play more of this guy, because even though he's not a 1-card combo in a way, like he's a very weak 1-card combo if he's anything. Like at minimum, he's like 1 disruption. But it's because this guy has like 2 effects that doesn't require, but like you're gonna get value from him regardless. So normal summon, they imperm them. You know, they don't have to, but the normal summon, imperm, sweet, link them off. You search a card, you search a Book of Moon, which they don't know what you're going to be searching. You could be searching out, the other stuff, whatever, but I don't know, man, because like Infernoble wasn't even the best deck at the time. Like, yeah, it was doing good, but it wasn't the best deck. The time that Isolde deserved to be banned was when it was like formats before that, when it was Goki, and Isolde was pivotal to the Gumblar loop. I don't know if you played during that time, if you remember that time, but she was like part of that whole Goki Gumblar thing. Like she was the insane part of that deck because of its flexibility in that sense. So I don't know. I'm divergent. I don't think the deck was doing well enough to deserve it. Maybe maybe the deck wasn't doing well enough, but maybe the cards coming down the pipeline, they had to hit her because maybe it was like a preemptive hit. You know what I'm saying? Like Princess, like the Promethean Princess coming out and Isolde being around. That'd been kind of wild. That'd been kind of crazy. Just be able to get pretty much you resolve Isolde, your inboard just gets a Promethean slapped on it for free. But yeah, then that moves us forward. So you can send, you don't want to send the old gear for gear. You want to send this here. Send this, and then let's see here. Till it's backward. And I saw the Exodia stuff too. But I mean, like, so like, Mikanko's a warrior deck based around equip spells, So it's like, Isolde was just doing, like, literally, like, her intended design for just, that's why she was made generic, So, like, I think the line might have been with the guy that went on with Exodia, possibly. Well, now I'm kind of in a conundrum because because I'm warrior locked here. So, I mean, it's not that terrible, actually. We just got to pop the... There's probably a way I got distracted with the band list. The Queen being banned talk. Effect to equip. Effect to this. Pop this. Link this off here. Into this. This, and then potentially this comes back out. And then we can like either just hard make SP or we could overlay for... Yeah, we'd have to hard make SP. We've already exhausted our Renault. Yeah, just hard make SP. Then, yeah. There we go. There we inevitably go. In phase, that'll come back. We can equip the Malgus if we want to equip that. Book of Moon. So, I mean, like, through that, let's say that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count this. 5 disruptions. 5 disruptions. Not too terrible. Not terrible. I played against on locals. That was one of the things that also, like, I feel like at locals, man, like, with the amount of hand traps being played, it's just difficult to facilitate good content. Because, like, you sit down against someone, you just get blasted by, like, non-engine, or by the variance of the game, right? By not even... You get, like, some good games, right? But then sometimes you sit down against, I don't like... Vanquish Soul, and then like they turn 0 Holy Sue, you hand trap you to death, and you're just like, wow, okay. So it doesn't promote like good. It's like very one-sided content, and I prefer like I don't care if I win or lose. I want to show content where there's back and forth play. You know, you get to see the game where it's not just even like so like Mitsurugi going second. You know what I mean? Like going second into my board. Like there's still like there's nothing on my board that says you can't play. You know what I mean? So it's just, it makes locals this last week was kind of brutal in the sense of like every game was either blown out by hand traps and it wasn't one-sided. The only game I did get that was really good was against Mitsurugi, right? Mitsurugi, Fiendsmith, Evolsaur. My buddy Sebastian was playing that, and that was the best game of the entire night. The other games was like my round one. I shouldn't even say that. It had nothing to do with the hand traps, but like round one literally was against Paleozoic, which I clobbered. Round two was against the Mitsurugi deck, and that was crazy. That was like the best games, but it was also kind of like the variance of Yu-Gi-Oh. So I sided in my side deck going into game 3 against that deck, and I had 22 non-engine in my main deck. So more of my deck was non-engine. That was hand traps, you know, to potentially stop this crazy deck. Didn't see a single one. Didn't open up a single hand trap. My draw for turn you would think would be a hand trap, but it wasn't a hand trap either. So like it's just like how does that happen, right? Like how does that even happen? And the board that deck can facilitate, it's like Evolsaur, Lars, DDD, Highwave King Caesar, and then it ended on the Photon Lord. And then he had prayers set so he could like detach from Photon Lord and then prayers back the Murakumo for Regeki. So like that, it was insane, but it's just like, how does that even happen, man? How does that even happen? Welcome back. Actually, hold up. Let's show you guys the list here. Yeah, so this is the list that I'm currently testing. I cut down the Perilias like a few nights ago. Oh, you're right. The Makonko. So then what was the facilitator of the FTK combo with Makonkos? Was it Makonko cards or was it like another card? Because I know Isolde's been problematic with a few FTKs, but they've always gone after the cards that facilitate the FTK instead of like Isolde. Which I guess, you know, hindsight, it's like a coin toss, right? How long are they going to do it? But what was the FTK combo? Was it something Makonko was doing, or was it something Isolde was doing? I have to refresh my memory, because I totally forgot about that. I do remember them being able to OTK pretty easily. But, yeah, I cut down these guys right here. I didn't play these, and it felt good, but you just have to have hand traps, man. It's just crazy. Hello, random dude on the internet. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So, like, I played a flat 40 card deck, and this was it. Because I kept bricking and seeing 3 of them. I went by the logic of, what is it? 3, you always want to see it. 2, you want to see it sometimes, and then 1, you don't want to see it. So I kept bricking on 3 of these guys. Like I would open multiple hands of 2 of these guys constantly. So I decided to cut it down and attempt to try the ratio of 2 just to see. Because like I said, like I just said, like you want to see it. You want to see it kind of. It's a weird card, man, because you kind of want to see it all the time, but you don't want to see multiples of it. That's the bad thing. So, like, you'd rather see it plus the Flame Swordsman rather than 2 of itself, so that's why I cut it down. Going to XYZ monster that didn't let you summon or something, don't remember. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, wasn't it, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was that golem or something like that, and you swapped it. I think. Don't quote me, but I think you swapped it. But you got more cards. This is Omega, man. You can, if you just download Omega, you can have all these cards too. I do have the MD Pro 3, but I just don't understand their like ranking system. I don't understand it. But yeah, it was like Acid Golem. I remember what you're talking about. So then I guess hindsight, you know what I mean? Like maybe the Daikana, the bias statement. It's like, well, shouldn't Acid Golem go then, or whatever card you're using to flop monsters around, because it means, you know, like essentially it just takes 2 level 3s and like 4 monsters, right? The generator and then the 2 level 3s or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, because they use Jin and Kin too, right? Jin and Kin was part of the combo. They Jin, Kin, 2 level 3s. They get back their Kin. They'd get the Acid Golem, then you couldn't play. I do vaguely remember that actually, because my buddy played Makonko, but this is the only card that I'm kind of missing that's come up a few times in testing, is the second Noble Armors Museum. On the positive side, I haven't missed it for the second Charles, because the times that I've been able to make a second Charles, I've just moved stuff for, like, the times that have come up to where, like, it would come up, the second one, it hasn't come up, if that makes sense. But top side, we have Rhoda, Tactics, call by cross out, 3 Fighting Flame Sword, 1 Noblearm's Museum, 1 Almus, 1 Durandal, triple Imperm, Salamander Chain, and then 1 for 1. 1 for 1, I'm kind of like, I guess 1 for 1 could also be cut out for the second museum, but I just like 1 for 1 is such a powerful extender. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it's pretty much, what is it, that card, OSS before we had OSS. But there's also, like, some crazy stuff. Like, you can bait hand traps. Like, this card literally, right, Darkflare Swordsman says discard Ash Blossom. So once you use this effect to discard Ash Blossom, you could, like, use this, pitching this, summon out this. Then you literally get, like, you go Chainlink 1 this, Chainlink 2 this. Then you summon this out. This dumps the Salamander. You, like, get the ball rolling. It is a one-of, but it's, like, a solid one-of. And it's for, like, side deck patterns. So, like, when you want a side deck, I guess. Oh, the side. Oh, this is Salesban and then Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Salesban is because I'm still, like... this deck doesn't, like, die to draw as, like, when I was testing Necros does. Like, Necros die to draw. And I tried a first-place Necros list where it played the old chummies, and the idea was first add be Valk, but I don't know, because, like... you still lose to draw. Like, if your first ad isn't Valk and you have Mulchummies, and you gotta open the Mulchummies too, and it's like, if you don't open Mulchummies, you add Valk. It's just a very... it just sucks. Droll is just such a terrible card. But it's here in the side deck because I also understand it's terrible, but why wouldn't you play a card that literally wins you games, right? And right here over in the corner, over here, we have the Droll Bird, the counter. So when we start playing today, we'll see how many times we get Droll and Lockbird. We'll give it a try. But yeah, that's the theory is, like, you got to play a lot of hand traps, and the deck can facilitate. The deck has pretty consistent 2-card combos, and I'd like always lose the rock paper scissors, so it's pretty okay. So sweet. See if he wants to do anything in the draw phase. I feel like you always fire this card off in the draw phase. So he has Ash Blossom. Sweet. Or Call By. But you always have to throw this card off because you can't wait. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Unexpected die. Is this going to be plants? Or is this Primite? I hope it's plants. It's plants. Let's go. Most decks only play 1, so I feel like you better have it, right? You better have it. It's a one-of. Dude, does he have Call By too? Was it Ash? Oh. If he hard opened it, he plays it and then combos freely, but... yeah, Salesman's like definitely like a... it's just a card for going first. That's truly what it is. Go first. Alright, this is pretty decent, actually. Ooh, this card's gonna be... no, we're okay. We just gotta kind of play around it here. So we'll bait Ash Blossom here to see if he opened 2 or... no, he didn't. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know. So if I use the effect, I get cooked by Droll. Yeah, I don't want to use the effect now. I'll use this. Attempt to add Renault. And then if he throws Droll here, I special, I can still play. Oh, he didn't have Droll. Sweet. Use the effect. Add this. Yo, I think plants are going to be wild. I'm actually pretty excited for the, what do you call it? The Synchro... yeah, the Black Rose stuff. And then go Chainlink 1 this. Chainlink 2 this. Go here, effect this. We'll grab our Book of Moon. So then we can go ahead and equip here. And then chain her effect. Imperm? Imperm? No Imperm. Wow. What? Oh, I haven't even normal summon. That's also, I want, yeah, that's the... that's also something that's pretty crazy. I've not normal summoned, so like, if he stops this or something like that, we're still pretty gold. The idea behind Swordsman is like going first, you just call Droll and Lockbird. That's just the theory. You call Droll so you don't get cooked by it. You can mostly, this deck in like an average hand can play through like 1 or 2 small hand traps, you know what I mean? Like Ash Imperm, like stuff like that. All right, what is this? I wonder if he has Nib or something. Do we just add this, or does it add this? I feel like so we haven't normal summoned yet, so I feel like it's add this. We'll try. We'll just he has something. It's probably Nibiru if I was a betting dude. So we'll just try and get a little bit farther. Essentially, we're going to use the Charles to force out something. Prohibition. I mean, you could definitely use both, but Salesman is just kind of like nice that you just smack it down. It doesn't have to be continuous, in the sense of like, say you call something. I mean, both work. Just I think Prohibition just has the continuous spell thing where it's easier to like get rid of. Like even going second. Oh, sweet. Okay. Okay. Conveniently. Let's see here. Let's see, normal this, special back. Or is it normal this, search, quick play? Oh, wait, it could be both. What am I talking about? Not a spell or trap. Yeah. Oh, yep. Then Gearfried was touching down, so. All right, well, let's see here. These can get taken out. I know, Droll cooks this deck. I hate that you have to play Droll, but it is what it is. And then technically, if we want to side it, so like this is the thing, is like, do we want to side it more? Like, because technically I can side it 1, 2, and then potentially cut like the trap card, because we're going second, so the trap card is kind of, it's like do like this maybe. That's what, finish, call it good. But yeah, Salesman is just in there to counter Droll. That's literally it. And then going second too, I guess like it does have some applications. You call Detonator. So like there is like some matchup flexibility with it. Whereas against like Prohibition, right? You activate Prohibition, call a name, chain Detonator. Yeah. But like normal, you activate Salesman, call Detonator, they can't do anything. So that's the... See, like this right here. Riddle me this, guys. Riddle me this. You guys saw how many non-engine I had in my hand. I had so much, and I didn't see a single one. Instead, I see little, and what's crazy is you guys saw, like, this is a one of. So, like, the algorithm of simulators just filters these to you. So I'm going to have to try and break a full plant board now. You can work on. So that there was no safe line there because I had to utilize to get to stop Nibiru. Hard opening Gearfried in that scenario was like the what allowed me to play through it, but there was no significant way for me to, especially trying to play under Droll. So like, yes, I could have potentially gone Heritage of the Chalice, since he's gonna just go and play. I could have gone Heritage of the Chalice into Museum, right, and then got Drolled. And then I would be just up the creek without a paddle. So that line there played under beat Droll and Nib, I feel like. So that was the important thing is, so essentially as soon as the Durandal resolved, and as soon as Durandal resolved, even if he had Nib, like Gearfried would be able to touch down. So then once if we would have proceeded further, we just had to get set up. Yeah, I mean, like no matter what, he had Nib. As soon as he saw the reveal of Gearfried in hand, he was going to Nib. So it just is what it is in that scenario. What? Oh no, this is a Sunseed Jess. That's the. Oh, man. I hate and love Mitsurugi, man. I love that a Ritual TCG exclusive is doing good, but I hate that it has no restriction on it. And Konami could have literally made this deck locked into reptiles, man, and they would have been fine. Like, I don't understand. Like, these cards are so powerful that even if you locked them into reptiles, like, the Mitsurugi cards do so much. Like, I don't understand. I just don't get it, Konami. I don't understand their logic. So what do you guys think on the ban list since they're going to wait till after Worlds? Do you think we're going to see a lot of decks that should be getting hit? Like Malice, Ryziel, and like Mitsurugi not get touched because of the power creep of the Justice Hunters? Or do you think that we're going to still see some potential hits to these dominant decks that have existed? Which I think's robbing, man. Like, robbing us. And let me explain that. I feel like we've gone so long without a ban list, right? We've listed into format. Normally the ban list comes correcting. So they're like, oh, we're going to wait till after Worlds. So it seems like the decks don't get to pay for the crime. Only on the bad cards. Yeah, on the, what is it, Kaiju? They got the Kaiju that literally said, like, I'm on a searchable Kaiju note. It should reptile lock you. But yeah, they have a bad reptile lock on the Kaiju that no one plays unless you're playing pure Mitsurugi. But yeah, I feel like it's just them postponing this is going to allow these decks that deserve to get hit because, like, they're just insane. But I guess I also understand the side of it of being like, okay, so let's see how good these decks are into Justice Hunters. But I just see, like, K9, Mitsurugi, Ryziel existing. You do. I 100% dude on the internet. You need those. They need to come back. This is crazy, actually. Need to protect himself. Yeah, you do. I agree with you 100%. The Pearly card should come back. Well, now he has the full... See, this is ridiculous, dude. So he's double protected through multiple hand traps. Like, I needed to have a hand trap. I mean, I'll try, right? There might be a world. And I think since I cited, that's one... Oh, Dukes. Totally forgot. I had no clue Mitsurugi was in here, so I guess that didn't ring a bell, you know, but you want to leave the trap in when you know you're going against Mitsurugi going second, because then if you search the trap or hard open it, because you're going to get the trap, because the simulator is going to filter it to your hand, right? So you pitch the trap off of the Murakumo to resolve an effect, so the trap's in graveyard, because you, with Dark Flare and Fighting Flame, you're able to get both the names to your graveyard, so the idea is you bait everything with your other cards in your hand, right? And then once everything's exhausted, you fuse into the big ultimate guy, and then whack in for lethal. Crazy, crazy this card can do that, right? You contribute. Interesting. But anyway, it is what it is. Guys, we're going to try. This is that new Sun Seed, so I'm pretty sure there's Ragnarok in it as well, which is probably what the Longfire is going to tag out into. Inboard's just about to be kind of nuts. Searches prayers, or searches the trap. I think it searches either or, right? Yep. Yeah, so we're not beating this board. I have hope, though. He might time out. Just want to see what this full deck can do. I mean, he already has it, man. He has literally a full hand and all this. So, like, I imagine he's probably, like, you know, let him go through the combos. At least so I can also see what it does. Skeletal Soldier. Let's go. This, swear to God, does this get him like a... Oh, no, okay. Okay, I thought I was like, this is probably going to grab a second trap hole. So then he has the Rafflesia, a second trap hole, this. These can make, like, Bagel Lancer. These can make anything. So it's still just plant pile, kind of, but with reptiles now because of because of the Mitsurugi. Hate it. Yeah, we do not beat this board, sadly. He's locked into plants, though, which is kind of nice. So he can, like, gain a bunch of life. Regain back the life he paid. I feel like this has always been an issue with plants, though, right? Is the combo time. I always try to play fast, and then I'd always mess up or get goofed. So I do understand. Take your time combo. As long as you're playing at a reasonable rate, don't let anyone pressure you. Oh. Search his Cactus Bouncer. Okay. And I don't think he's normal summoned, because all this stuff's specials. I just want to see if I draw Nib for turn. Or a hand trap, or like a Mulchummy. Yeah, he just normal summons, right? That should be good enough. There's nothing, you're locked into plants. You just normal summon out the Cactus Bouncer and call it good. It's crazy. This deck feels like it was doing what Mermail does now before. It was doing what Mermail does now before. It just searches, it had the ability to search a normal summonable or a summonable Floodgate, which Mermail just now puts out. Really, no summon? Oh, maybe he did normal summon. I didn't see it. Well, that's good. I lied. I was wrong. Plant too good. There's Ash. Okay, checks out. Can't even play, so continue. All right, so this is, oh man. I think you just put in sales ban. I mean, maybe there's a world where you leave in. Well, these guys come out regardless. I mean, maybe Droll does stay in. Maybe you just side out these 9. Yep. Oh. No, Droll should have came out. Darn. Can't go back now, yeah. I totally... Yep, Droll should have came out, because Salesman. I'm going to open Salesman and Droll and call Droll and get cooked by it. Or maybe if I open... Maybe there's like... Maybe that's the logic. Maybe if you open Salesman plus Droll, you go Salesman call something else because you have your own Droll to be able to counter it. So, like, maybe you go Salesman call, like, something simple. I don't know. But that's going to punish me. Check it. Mark it down. Log it, boys. Log it. We're going to end up seeing Droll and Salesman in the opening hand because I just blanked that. But yeah, he probably tightened out quite a bit. That's the only bad thing I feel like about 60 card decks, man, is like, I mean, arguably the math is still the same, but I just feel like you have such a higher... Wild. So if he chummies me, the likelihood... I mean, let's see here. Let's see here. Do we call by that? Call by that, eat Droll. Call by that, eat Droll. We have our own Droll. Yeah, let's just swing it, because we can't... I can Droll myself, but I need to search through my own stuff. Yeah, so let's... Yeah. How hopefully are you that... I'm not hopeful. Should it? Yes. But I'm not hopeful. Resolution. No, okay. We made it. I don't think Isolde will come back. I think that we're just kind of cursed. I mean, I hope it comes back. Don't get me wrong, but... yeah, I just am very... I'm not feeling it. So... He had Nib last time. So 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th summon right here. Okay. Yeah, so we kind of have to... We got to be kind of smart here how we play this. Activate this to equip, move forward. We'll see if he has it. I'm not seeing it, so let's see here. We can send this search for the Book of Moon. Send the search Book of Moon. It gives me an equip. Send this. Add back Gearfried. Inboards Gearfried, double droll. Charles. Man. Or do I want the Book of Moon? Book of Moon has to have a fire, so regardless, this is the safe call, because if I... So if I activate this... Yeah, we do this now because he might nib us on the... Yeah, I don't know if that was the correct thing or not. Because no matter what, if he did have a nib, we lost to it if we went the other route anyway, so... Yeah. Yeah, so we just got a hard make. I might be getting a little bit too, what do you call it, thinky here, but I think maybe... we target it, we're gonna equip it. Yeah, nope. Let me go to in phase. Okay. I was getting a little bit too scared there. I've been imperm nibbed. Or yeah, nib impermed pretty. But we'll go here and equip one fire warrior, yeah. I think so I want to equip this to get a draw, but I want to also just do this because I don't want him to bait me with an imperm. So yeah. So there we go. Droll and a dream. Droll, a few negates, a pop. Yeah, we should be okay. Hopefully. But his normal summon, it'll be very important. But he has Habakiri and stuff too. Oh, that's so crazy, man. If it's just plants, you know, I feel like with this board alone, we cook plants, but with Mitsurugi on top of it, man, like, I don't think we do it. I think we might just get the compatibility of both those engines being just non-restrictive. Yeah, so he's gonna... No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll let him do his thing, because he'll tribute search, we droll him. Yeah, we'll let that go. We'll probably add prayers. Or he has the ritual, one of the two, and then we just negate the ritual and pray. Funny, we pray that prayers don't resolve, right? Oh, man. If he's trying to play around droll, he should probably go for the prayers, right? And then not go for... He probably should go for... Well, if he adds prayers, yeah, so we just... Yeah. Yep. So now if he activates that, we can just negate it. You choose someone... Yeah, we'll... Prayers is too good. Because he would try to bait with, like, unexpected die and stuff, and then do all this stuff he had it. Dude, I'm excited to see it. I've been having such horrible luck with that. I agree and believe your strategy full-heartedly, but I've been having such terrible luck with it. I either don't see no chummies, but I think it's a simulator, right? The simulator's doing it to me. Because I've just tested online and stuff, but I've just, like, see no simulator. Or, like, all my hands, I've, like, my first action has to be search combo, and then I get drolled, and it's like, oh, well, shit. But I do see, because I sat down and did the cards like IRL cards, and I was like, oh, okay, so like it does come up where you open like one chummy. Okay. Pitch that, summon that. Normal summon. Oh, you opened that too. That's rough. Okay, sorry, buddy. Sometimes I feel bad because I've been in these same boats where I've opened bad, right? Yeah, we'll go here. Just go ahead and pop this thing. Yeah, sweet. Well, we did it. We got a win. Yippee. I'm excited to see, like, maybe, like, see your Sentry with it, because I'm just such a Reed Bear lover, dude. Like, that card's, like, my favorite one. I'm excited. Lines, I don't know. Metaltron's pretty cool, too. I like them all, dude. Metaltron has that secret effect where it's, like, if they battle, you know, you can banish stuff, so it comes up quite a bit. But I have the list, actually, right here. I think this is the Mulchummies. No, this is not it. Yeah, this is it. So I took your ability, your thought, and you said you should play 3 Droll. But I also felt, just personally, you can definitely cut it down and play different things. But I just felt that you need to have something else to draw into, because I feel like Droll just conflicts with the Chummies. So I wanted to have another option to draw into. So I put Nib in, because Nib has the availability to be a full tribute, for, you know, using Divine Mirror stuff. So I was just testing this, and like in the theory, it works, right? In the theory, it does. I also play Gallant Granite because, like, maybe hypothetically, say you don't open no Chummies or something like that, and you go normal summon, effect to summon Amelia, get Drolled or something. You then can just overlay. Oh, never mind. You go Bagooska Pass. So yeah, thank you. So the Sorcerer, man. Like, I was just curious on if this card could facilitate the same thing Sorcerer does, and I don't think it does. I've set and I've tried to grind. I don't think it is. So I think Sorcerer is just the better one because it gives you the Dance Princess plus Brio is like the best 2-card combo the deck has. So I don't know. I do like it though. Over many games, yeah. So we'll just put old Sork back. We'll just put the Sork back then. Because I took your, dude, I was really inspired by you. I was like, we gotta try it, man. Your playstyle and logic was what kind of motivated me. In a way, well, not really, I wouldn't say motivate me, but it like gave me a different approach because, like I said, I always capitalize on getting a Rebear out because Rebear's in the gate. But I didn't even think of the sequence that you're talking about, man, where it's like, if you already open combo, Brio first search should always be Valk if you have multiple Chummies in your hand, because if you get Drill, you pass with the Chummies and Valk. I just never even thought of that. So that's just genius too. Or, you know, hypothetically speaking, sometimes, like, that's why I want to put a Nib as well, just because, like, sometimes you don't open the Chummies, or your first search has to be for combo, and you have just Nib, so then I would rather, you know, I know it sounds weird, but I'd rather Brio into advance, if I open Nib, Brio or Nib, normal out the advance, so use this to search for Valk, and then overlay for Bagooska, and then you have Nib, Bagooska, and stuff like that. I don't know, the deck is so complex, man. It's definitely one of the most complex decks I've ever played in my life. And that's saying something. Like, it's just so many different lines. Like, everything you choose can be played differently. It's just kind of wild. But they both lose. Yeah, I'm searching myself. I'm going to take a break to play Burning Abyss. Dude, Burning Abyss. That's nice, though, man. Burning Abyss. Maybe one day Konami will shine on us and we'll get some support with that again, right? But it's just like, I feel like right now there's also, like you were saying in your video, man, there's too many, the meta is just full of too many bad matchups right now. Like Malice and any Mitsurugi variant that exists is a bad matchup for this deck. But you take anything else versus this deck, Unicorn and like a Reed Bear, a Unicorn and Metaltron, even Unicorn and Clauseless, just kind of solos, right? Dude, actually, I have all the DDD stuff like kind of prepped. I don't know if I'll play the deck when it comes out, but I do have the DDD stuff ready to play it just because like that is a deck I've wanted to I played for a short time back in the day. And then life got crazy. But yeah, this is one of the most complex ritual decks I've ever seen in my life. And then like one minor, very unforgiving, you know what I mean? One minor misplay or one wrong search, one off-track thought, and you've kind of cooked your entire inboard. But I've been digging my Infernoble so far. We have a regional coming up soon. I'll probably just take this just to play it. But I'm just still, it's the second field spell that just is kind of questioning me right now. If I were to put in the second field spell, I'd cut 1 for 1 just to keep the list at 43, but I don't know. Let's get into another game. Get into another one. Let's see here. Paper. Oh, we get to go first. Sweet. This is where I'm open. Yeah, so we'll go draw phase. So see, this is what's kind of like a consumption, right? So I think the correct line is this. Now, arguably, I could... Now, here's another thing. I could have used this to search level 4, use this to search the Renault and potentially come all this way, but I don't... See, it's just hindsight's always 20/20. I want to just bait and see if they ash, because they ash this. I can just hold... I can, like, pass with Fuwawa. Like, that's the only... That's the crazy thing about Fuwawa and stuff. No ash. Okay, well... Yeah, I won't use the effect here. Oh, I have to use Rhoda anyway, so draw will cook me regardless, right? No droll, okay. Alright, we take that. Mutiny in the Sky is... Dude, is that... Yeah, that's that new... The 2 new cards, right? It's like a fusion, and then like that has that... Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. It make BA kind of crazy. Be excited to see what you turn into it. So we go Chainlink 1 this, Chainlink 2 this. And this man must have no... It's board breakers, I bet you. Luigi Depot is definitely board breakers. Maybe it's an Orcus with a fat droplet for me. And that's... Yeah, okay, so then... Try and get them to interact with Angelica before I throw down my museum. Nothing. Okay. Do this. So we have a normal summon, so I think that we grab this. We can Gear Freed. Just always go for Gear. We could technically search out Ricciardetto, normal special, make SP, so Imboard would be SP double Imperm, which maybe since we have double Imperm, that would be the correct route to go. Instead of like, because we have Monster Negate, but Gear Freed's such a strong card. Maybe I just probably Tunnel Vision the Gear Freed. Let's send this. Just go ahead and send the Gear Freed. And then go ahead and make. Oh, okay. Go ahead and make our boy Charles. Go Chainlink 1, Almus, just in case if he's holding the bell. Chainlink 2, Charles to equip the... Yeah, nope. Nope. Activate this, banish this. Go here. And now we set. Set. And set. And move to the end phase. Let's see what we're playing against now. Gold Sark, huh? Yeah, Gold Sark's fine. Must be Malice. Dragon Rulers. Interesting. Man, like Spectral can't... I can't let Spectral resolve. And I feel like I need to go ahead and fire this off. I know it's... I'm like... I'm traumatized by this game, man. Traumatized. But it's because I don't want to get punished by talents. I don't want talents to pop down. Okay. then what? He banishes Blaster, banish 2. Traumatized by this game, dude, by simulators and stuff like that. I didn't want to get sacked by 1 of talent, so I decided to use my quick effect equip right here. I've not used the negate, so I guess, okay, yeah. So we can just wait for him to overlay these. Chasma. Insane card, by the way. So he would have to... He sends Redox to Monster Reborn. Detach that. Yeah, we flip Imperm on Chasma. And then if this card is destroyed, you can special summon levels. Yeah, so I think it's... Yeah, okay. So we book this. Yeah. And then... Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Well, alrighty then. I played this deck, so I know exactly what cooks it. I mean, maybe Droll could cook it too. I feel like Perillia is not so good, because they don't summon from the hand. I mean, in bad hands they summon from the hand, but they don't summon from the hands like in good ones. So maybe like this would be better to be Droll. Because like what? They just search... Oh, they actually just really... They just search once with Spectral. That's really it, so yeah. No. That's good. Yeah, we'll just throw this here. Yeah, Smoker... But Smoker Day was a toxic card. It had to go. That's one thing I kind of hope that... Call by the Grave. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Should just chain the Lancia. Yeah, no. We'll let him commit a little bit more. Oh, effect. Oh, baby. I think... Oh, it banishes for... Okay, yeah, we're fine. I should have... Oh, my God. Well, we'll just freaking smoke Chasma with a fat Imperm. Oh. Yeah, no, that's fine. I should have threw... What was I thinking, man? Misplay, Chain Ghost Spell, and Lancia actually think calling on the 3. Maybe. That's... Oh, what? End phase? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so then let's just go ahead and... fire this here, I think. Force the negate, I guess. They did, and it is kind of good. The new Fire Warrior is, like, decent. But it just doesn't do enough. Like, I wish it did. But it's like, okay, so now how do I still, yeah, I can combo. If he throws Droll here, I gotta chain it. I gotta, with the quickness, quick play. Yep. Yeah, so he had Droll. Okay, just to get the bodies to the graveyard. Okay, we had this. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. So we can overlay Dempsey. Yeah, we can overlay for Dempsey. Use Dempsey's effect. Send this. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying. So we got to up our droll counter here. We got to remember the chat. Up the droll counter. I don't get the ad, but that's okay. Hello? Hello? Come on now. Just got to detach the Flame Swordsman. That can equip to this. That should boost it by enough to whack over this. What's it say here? When the opponent activates... Yeah, if this... Yeah. And then we just Lancia him. I mean, ooh. For the ooh. Yeah, we just Lancia him. We have SP, Lancia, and then... Come on, man. Hold me hostage here. I do think there's got to be some way. There's got to be some way because it... Right? Like, there's got to be some way you can utilize it. And the only package I can figure out that can utilize it potentially is the Boxers. Because you would somehow make... It requires so many monsters, but maybe there's a way to do it. Dang. I just want everyone to know. Just everyone to know. I think we cooked this guy even if he didn't quit. So we detach the Fighting Flame Swordsman. Fighting Flame Salamandra. Salamandra equips to the Dark Flare Swordsman here. He gets 700 attack, making him a 29. We then special summon out Turpin. And then we link into SP. SP banish this. This whack into this. And inboards SP that plus double. Yeah. We cooked him. We cooked him. I'm pretty sure. I want to just check and make sure that the Salamandra can equip to... Well, this card's equipped to a Flame Swords monster. I mentioned it. Yep. So yeah, we cooked him with the Lancia. But we get to go over here now. And change it. We got... Drolled once. Sweet. Yeah, like there's... It's called Flame Tongue, I think, right? Leviathan? Alright, I just gotta look up a Dragoon de Leviathan just so I can understand how to frickin'... No, Armagram. This deck's so cool, too. Mistleton. Ah, maybe not. I think it's depending. It's up to you, what you want to play. I really enjoyed Sword Soul when I had it. It's just the deck was just too fair. If you know, if that makes sense. The deck was just way too fair to do what it's doing here. In this economy. But, yeah, I just, is it Flame? The Burning, it's not Flame Tongue, because he's not too great. Let's just filter link to Fire Warriors. Card type monster. Link. Because, like, I want to make... I, like, really want this card to be good. Right here it is, yeah. Leviathan, the Burning Blade. During the main phase, quickly contribute one other fire monster and target one fire monster in your graveyard of the same original type, but lower level. Special summon in defense position. If it face down... a speller would be destroyed. You can... So, like, if there was some way, hypothetically, right, if you could get this card, make this card and, like, go Dempsey, dump Ricciardetto, then you make this card, then use this card to tribute... Then you could special summon. It sucks that it says tribute one other fire monster, man. It would just be... If it could just tribute itself, you would have, like, a one-card combo. Like, you'd... Maybe. But I don't know if it's worth playing. Like I said, this extra deck is pretty tight. Like, it's a tight ship. You could potentially cut these... Or at least the Ambler Whale, potentially, for something. But the issue that I am having is that... We've been very fortunate, and we play... a lot of ways to make the synchro, because like I said, this deck, this list and this variant of the deck is not a solid one-card combo, but it has like a one-card combo where this right here will get you to a Book of Moon, or it'll get you to like an SP. So you need to have a tuner, which is why you play, 3 heritage, like all 6, 7, 8 copies, 9 copies of a tuner, which are right here. Technically, if you start with this, Ricciardetto counts as well. So you play 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, and then if you count the effect, there's 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's wild support. I think that's what Flame Tongue too. Flame Tongue is like face up. Yeah, you can target one of your banished fire monsters and add it to your hand. Yeah, but if you look at them, man, their design, well, you can't see this one, but this one count. Their design is very much reminiscent to me of Gearfried's like design here. So it's like Konami just dropping the ball continually on a lot, not just like my favorite archetypes, but just archetypes in general. Like tribute one other. But I understand, like, the requirement. You have to tribute other because it doesn't have a level, right? So, like, makes sense. Or you should have just made it tribute lower attack than whatever you tribute. And then all of a sudden, you could just bring out Ricciardetto. But again, you'd have to have setup. And I don't think there's a way to do it. I don't think there's a way to put 3 bodies on the field successfully and do it. There's no, like, 1-card combo that can do it. Sadly. Uppercut is a one. Uppercut is a 1-card combo, and the reason I'm not playing it is because this card right here, in terms of card quality, is better than Uppercutter. So Uppercutter by itself, you normal summon Uppercutter, it just adds you a card, so it technically loses to draw a little bit harder, which you can say this card does too, but this card has a little bit more flexibility, because you normal this, you search this, they roll, you chain roll, add this, you get a Book of Moon. But this card is like the closest thing that Fire Warrior has currently to like a Neptibus, Mermount the Prince, because this thing has two effects. This thing does way more than what the Uppercutter does. Because if we go over here to, I think I should have saved it. Did I get rid of it? I did. I had a list, and the list played just one of this, one of this, one of this, and then 3 of the spells, and that was the play-in. At least as a quick play barrier statue. Yeah, I mean, arguably you could, but the issue is I don't think there's no way. Like, I don't think this. I mean, with my current knowledge, right? I don't think there's a way to get the barrier statue to the grave, because your ways to have to dump a warrior, and I think the barrier statue is. He's a pyro, yes. Like, you can't even get him to the graveyard, sadly, with the cards that exist currently. So like, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's the reason we're not playing the Uppercutter Eclipse, is because this card is just better, plays into draw better, plays into hand traps better, because even if they read that this card needs 2 hand traps to stop it from doing something, right? This card also facilitates your Angelica, whereas in the Uppercutter combo, you have to waste your Museum Search to trigger the Angelica, whereas in the 2-card combo with this facilitates it because it dumps this, and then this picks you up a trap. And the trap is just generically good at Book of Moon, you know what I mean? It triggers your Charles, it can trigger Angelica, it can do, a lot of things. At Book of Moon, non-targeting Book of Moon is kind of crazy for the deck to have, but yeah, that's it. That's the only reason. But the issue I kept coming in with the Boxer package of this deck was that I would open, like, Uppercutter plus this was really cool, but, like, Uppercutter was inconsistent, which I know sounds crazy, but it was inconsistent, and I would just open hands where, like, this deck is really unique in the sense of, like, you don't want to see Malgus, you don't want to see Turpin, you don't want to see Oliver, you don't want to see, like, any of your one-of names, but if you do see any of them except for Oliver, if you do see any of these plus tuner access, so these plus any of your other cards to get you into Renault, is still combo. But then you start getting those hands where, since you're playing so many level 4s now, because you're adding in one more level 4 to the mix, you're opening just a bunch of level 4s, like a bunch of the normal summons that are like the worst normal summons in the deck that you only work normal summon when have to. And it's just, yeah, like, I still think there's probably some potential, but I just wish that Uppercutter just did a little bit more. And then, of course, you do have the bricks, right? You do have, essentially, you have this card and this card are both bricks in the deck. So then you add in, like, technically Spar. Like, the good thing about Spar, though, is Spar, worst case, is the same thing that I just said these cards, where it's a level 4 Fire Warrior. You can normal summon and then special summon out your Ricciardetto or, like, your Oliver to be able to synchro. But it just didn't provide nothing. It just literally put, like, the bottleneck was right there on Angelica. Whereas these cards literally normal summon search. Okay, they decide not to Ash here. Well, all of a sudden you dump, then you can chain block your Angelica to add, and then they have to, like, this card just requires a lot of responses, in my opinion. So I just realized my 1 here is, there we go, the wrong way. So yeah, that's the reason, and I do like it. Astolfo is good and bad. It's a very powerful extender, but the fact that it can't be a tuner is what makes it worse. Oh, I need to clear. Maybe I'm spelling Astolfo wrong. So this card's pretty, like, you manage one fire monster from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. So if this was a tuner, it would be so much better. Truly, but here's what's crazy is it does, like, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon this banished card during your second standby phase. Special summon one, the Fire Warrior banished. Yeah, like, if this card was literally a tuner, it'd be so much better. So much better, but it's not. Sadly, it's just not. That's the thing. Otherwise, you would play it. You would play it in conjunction with these right here. Could you maybe also explain why you're not playing the Flame Swordsman trap card? Yeah, so actually, I brought it up at the beginning of the stream, but I'll touch base on it now. Because there was in my testing with it, I kept opening the Flame Sword Dance constantly. And I just wanted to limit. So that was 3 cards I personally kept seeing. Definitely play it if you want to. But the reason I stopped playing it is because, like, the theory is that you played it because when you normal summoned Flame Swordsman, you picked it up and you would get drolled. And at least it played better into droll, right? Because you searched the Flame Sword Dance. But at the cost of adding 1 more brick, right? But you play through droll normally. So you normal summon the Fighting Flame Swordsman, you grab yourself the Fighting Flame Sword, and then if they droll you, you just chain this, grab your Book of Moon. So it just allowed you to have the flexibility of the Flame Sword to either grab you this or grab you the Flame Swordsman here. And I just got tired of opening. Like, literally, I went to locals. It was a 3-round locals. Not our biggest locals, sadly. We were 1 short of having 4. And all 3 rounds, I opened the Flame Sword Dance. In 1 round, I opened the Flame Sword Dance and Salamander Chain. And then I just remembered in another round, I opened Salamander plus the Flame Sword Dance. And it's just like, you want to limit those. They shouldn't happen often, but you want to limit those. And the reasons for playing it is, of course, to beat droll. And, I mean, I thought for a little bit I would miss the... I have the card right... I have it right here, actually. The Flame Sword Dance, yeah. I thought I'd miss it being a part of my inboard, but our inboard is already so good enough. Our inboard is just pretty good. Like, even with just searching this, our inboard's like 5 disruptions. Book of Moon. Charles has 2. Gearfried's 3, 4. Yeah, and so technically 4 disruptions. Then if you open any non-engine, you know what I mean? So, like, you have 4 disruption. But no one, if you have my luck, your non-engine will be the Mulchummies, and you got to play first. So, like, they'll be doing nothing. But there is, like, some potential lines. And the one reason I do like the Mulchummies at the bare minimum is the Mulchummies at worst case can be a normal summon if you open, like, a wonky hand of it and have access to Oliver to pitch. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you can potentially, like, synchro using a Mulchummy, so, like, that's come up once or twice in my little bit of testing. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to play the trap, but I just... Ugh. I just wish that... There's a lot of cards that they kind of, like, after the decks progress, you know, we, like, look at it like fine wine, and it's like, oh, this could be better. But I've had fun with adding Therion Bull and Lavalval Exlord, bro. I like Lavalval Exlord. It's just another, like... And then especially if you're playing, like, these guys... sometimes you're able to use, like, Ricky Ardetto to summon it down, so it gives you a Synchro 8 to go off into. So you make a Synchro 8, search a Book of Moon, then you have, like, a Banish burn, and then, yeah. Your space is so tight, but you could definitely... And, like, you don't even have to play these 3. You don't. But, like, one thing I would like to, like, really emphasize on is I have won more games off the back of, like, the turn 3 using this, because it's searchable my turn 1, the turn 3 banishing this to summon out the Ultimate Flame Swordsman, and then whacking for, like, lethal. So, like, I'm biased to these guys. Like, you don't have to play... You arguably only need to play, like, 1... Especially since you're not playing the Flame Sword Dance. Flame Sword Dance requires you to play the Flame Swordsman. So, like, you just play 1 to facilitate the Dark Flare Swordsman. So you could, like, cut 2. But this package just come up too much, man. Like, I've been able to, like, 1-punch. And especially in a game where you need to end it quick. Because, like, Infernoble can have a grind game. But other decks just have better. I do... Yeah, the Therion Bull, I've noticed people are talking about it. And it's... I actually think it's kind of crazy because you can literally Therion Bull, target one of your Infernoble names, equip it, and then, like, use Museum to special summon it up if you need to, if you've already exhausted, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. It has pretty cool extension. I don't think it does anything else, right? Therion, Bull, Horse. Yeah, it doesn't do anything other than your opponent. You can target one Therion monster and one weird monster your opponent can special summon. If you do, a card becomes this card. So, I mean, it is spot removal, right? That's actually pretty decent, actually. Go in second, just play it. And then that would also get... Well, darn it, man. Darn it, had me thinking. Because that right there would kind of also work with, like, the Effect Veiler, where you could just normal Effect Veiler and Synchro it off, but yeah. So yeah, oh yeah, if they banish whatever you target to, it still does specials. Yes, it's just a free body spot removal, which is kind of crazy. I kind of like this. I'm not going to lie. Maybe it finds place in the side deck. I'm tired of drawing, like, my nibs or my hand traps for my... Drawing nib or my hand trap for my 4th card. Maybe just a Fire Warrior Pankratops. But at that point, wouldn't you just play Pankratops, right? I've started playing board breakers like Droplets and Dark Road because during my testing, I've been breaking on Mulchummies a lot. I open 2 of them going first a lot, and it feels like hand traps like Veiler are not impactful enough. Yeah, no, and so that's the thing. Is like Veiler in here. I've actually contemplated even changing this around and playing not Veiler. So like Veiler, in my opinion, is like one of the hand trap that serves multiple purposes, as it can be a combo piece and a hand trap. So like, and it's also not once per turn, so it's another good hand trap to potentially draw into. 1 Veiler ain't gonna do much, but possibly 2 Veiler might make him make a half board, you know. But yeah, board breakers and stuff like that. I had a bad I just don't think, man, board breakers are just rough. Just rough. Dark Ruler, Droplets. I mean, this deck could kind of play Droplets pretty well. Maybe then, like, maybe have you also thought about maybe not playing the traps and maybe playing the Sword Realm and the Equip Spell instead? Just play those 2, because then, like, if you're attempting to go into second, going second. Droplets isn't terrible to see going first. But I hate seeing Dark Ruler going first. Bro. Equipped Ogier, destroy... Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. Because then Therion won't get destroyed. But... And see, it's just like this. I have so many hand traps, and I just see Ash. Like, that's just wild. But, like, we have a potential to push through, maybe. That's why I like 1-for-1. It says Superior Extender. Yeah, no, we'll just let him Fiendsmith. I hate this engine, dude. I like splashable engines, man, but Fiendsmith and Mitsurugi are just, like, become, like... And K9's gonna do it, too. It's gonna become, like, the thing I hate the most. Yeah, I gotta throw this here to keep him off of Fiendsmith. And then he normal summons, like, Gearsu. Well, that's not Gearsu. Metalmorph? Okay. Call Dragon. Oh, so he can... Okay, so he's gonna Red Eyes Flare me. Gotcha, okay. Sweet. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna get... Sweet, okay. See if he lets this resolves. It does. Okay, sweet. Activate this. Does this negate and destroy? This negates the activation. Okay. So, let's see here. How do I don't know what the set is. He could have hand traps. This right here could potentially bait Ash or something like that. If I activate this, he could potentially do that. Let's fire this off. Grab Ogier. We normal Ogier. Judgment on that. Okay. Okay, big think here, big think here. So, we have this ability, okay. Normal this, special this. We have no target for that. Our Angelica just gets eaten alive. So I think it's better to activate this. See if he has Ash for that. And then we can kind of... He does it, okay. Grab the quick play. Yeah, and then hopefully he doesn't have... Draw, okay. Yeah, this right here just burns me, I think. And this right here says the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by a spell, and monster also cannot target it with monster effects or spell effects. Okay, so... I just gotta banish that, okay. Okay, so let's here we go. Chain link 1, chain link 2. Yeah, we'll go chain link 1. Chain link 2, chain block out this thing. This is kind of a beefy little dude, I ain't gonna lie. If not normal summoned. So let's see here. When your opponent trades a card effect, negate the activation if you do inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of one attack versus monster your opponent controls. Okay, I think we just try. I don't think there's any way. We don't lose to this. Unless he has a nib up here floating around. But even then, like, we might have some abilities to play through it. Sweet, yep. Okay. So now... we've done through his negate, okay. So we've done through the negate, so I think that we... yeah, we activate this. Add this, normal that. Yeah. All right, what do we normal here? Or send? Do we send gear free? Or is it send? Send this, try to draw, send this. We can equip move forward. Just gotta try and play around this stuff here. Oh, Nibiru? Oh, no Nibiru. No, oh, wait. I thought it was telling me to... Did I not do this correctly here? Yeah, no, we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. We're gonna get access to a pop and stuff too. As long as he doesn't have anything, we're okay. Yeah, this one says he can't be destroyed by monster. Cannot be destroyed by a spell monster. So yeah, we go after this. I can't believe Ash did it, but like... And then we just make SP. Yeah, let's just go ahead and banish this. Banish this sucker. Can't attack directly, that's okay. And then we'll just... Oh, sweet. Okay. Saw the writing on the wall. So, okay, we know to cut out these 6 cards. See, that's wild. I don't know if... if those cards do it. Like maybe I just keep in the extenders and the starter and just side out those 3. All right, sweet. I agree. Opening Dark World going first sucks, but it does opening Charmies. Yeah, absolutely right. Yep, yeah, absolutely right. It does suck that. Hand traps might be better for going second in general, but that's just my experience. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's 100%. It's always what do you call it? Experience based, right? Because, ooh, okay. It's experience based is really what it comes down to. Like you said. Oh, he's making me go first. Well, there we go. Like you were just talking about. I feel like activate this, pitch this, equip, make Angelica. Equipped. I can dodge Imperm. Yeah. Yeah, we just dodge Imperm here. Alright, he might be on board breakers. Just feel like this is the safe way to do. And if he has Ash, he has Ash. I get... Okay, he doesn't. So... Okay, let's see. I add Durandal. Or is it add Almus? I think I can make double Charles, maybe? Charles SP? Or I make Charles Gearfried. Let's just try it. So, like, I can special this out here. Actually, let's do it here. We get punished by a Nibiru, but that's okay. No, Nibo's still going to be able to... This will be cool if it goes. Well, I goofed already. Tunnel vision, man. I was supposed to pick up the Ogi or Renault, special Renault, add this back, link into SP Little Knight. Then special gear. Tunnel vision, man. Tunnel vision. Wow, yeah, that's just so upsetting. I was even talking about it, man. I was like, this is gonna be cool. Like, I want to be able to make SP gear free Charles. Well. And see, this would have been nice. Let's just negate and destroy this Gearfried. Or negate and destroy this. Get it off the field. Amazing. Hmm. Should have SP, man. I should have had an SP, and I didn't do it. God dang it, man. Why am I just bad at this game? Yeah, we'll keep you off that. Oh. We're gonna hit with it evenly? Well, well, well. Hmm. This is tough. Do I keep this and try to... Yeah. No, I think it has to be... I'm making a bad play. Might as well. Yeah, keep this. That way I can, like, send... Yeah, we're okay. But still, SP would have been pretty good here. Call Dragon. Yeah. Dude, I wish I wasn't bad, man. Such tomfoolery. And I draw Ash. Well, yeah, that'll do it. Did I just poke for damage, maybe? Oh, I... Suck to get hit with a second frickin'... All I'm doing is just trying to dig for a card. Oh, wait a second. Hold up here. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, send that. Use this. We'll shuffle back our... I hate this game. I hate this game. Unicorn, probably, yeah. Oh, no, okay. Let's try and just do this real quick. See if he targets it with... Yeah, that's what I wanted, fool. Time to deck thin a little bit. Because I don't want to draw this crap. Because he activates this. This locks... No. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow, okay. Thank God these chummies are in here. We're fighting, man. We're fighting. It's just my bad misplaying. Oh, yippee. This could activate. Let's see here. Normal summon. Comes 27. Ah, but see this guy right here. He just checks everything. I don't even want to risk. Well, I mean, maybe, and then I can dump. Equip, he tries to... I do nothing, he tries to do that. I just bob her out. If not, then... See what he targets here. And then just chain. Perfect. And then I just dump this. Let's go chain link 1. Target, target, target. Oh, I put back... I'm so bad at this game, man. Why am I like this? Well, at least Ash will keep him off something, right? Phase. Yeah, that's fine. We still got this. We just gotta correctly grind it out. I gotta Book of Moon this. Attempt to take target, attempt to equip to her, Book of Moon this. Yeah, we're all right. I think we can actually do some damage. Yep, no, let him go in battle phase. Oh, he's gonna try and attack this. Start of this. Yeah, we'll just... Oh, he gets me no matter what. I should have done it before he declared an attack. Oh, darn it. Yeah. Yep. That's enough of that. Enough of that. Wasn't paying attention to my life points. I would have probably booked soon. Well, so if I booked something, he could just flipped it over, I guess. So go into battle phase, book it, and then we'd have been all right, I guess. Anywho, it's all learning. We'll go 6. We'll do these 3. Oh yeah, those need to come out for sure. Well, now, so let's see here. Just to counteract it, I guess, right? So this is an interesting hand. I gotta call Ash Blossom here. Because I get cooked by Ash Blossom. Then this is where you normal summon the Veiler. Try and play through this here. Ooh, one being harassed. Okay. Yep, no, we don't want to change anything else. Send this. Add this. This. Grab me the Book of Moon. Might do this, target this. Chain Angelica. Summon out Roland. We're in the Nibiru range now, but we're okay. Activate. Go ahead, fire this off. Add this. Grab back my Gear Freed. Now I know he's playing some on that bullshit. I'm gonna definitely make it to where I play a little bit. Oh. Play a little bit, like hold this to be able to I mean, arguably I could banish this, but I'd lose the nib that way. Set. Set. In phase. Angelica comes back. Okay. Pressure Planet goes. Oh, supposed to throw. Right clicked again, just out of habit, man. Let's see what he does here. I feel like it's throw. No, we can. Yeah, it's okay. We'll let him add, then hit him with a fat draw. We should have hit him off this, but I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, guys, my ladies. I'll just throw the drill here. Yeah. And we'll see if he tries to respond. Yep, what's your target? Yeah, we'll just throw this. This sucks having to do this. I shouldn't have. I should have played better. But it's okay. Harpy's Feather Duster. Yes. Chain. No, we won't chain. I don't know why. Wait a minute. Why didn't it let me chain? Okay, whatever. I don't understand why I couldn't chain this. Normal Sun Ash Blossom. Yes. And Gearfried's negates live. Typhon. Okay. Whatever. Why wouldn't you bounce? What? Huh? Huh? Well, we're just gonna... Why am I like this, man? Why am I... I'm constantly right-clicking this, and it's starting to upset me here. Watch this stuff right here. This is the stuff of legends. I was just better at the game I was. Stuff of legends right there, boys. Yeah, boys, we did it. I really miss... like, that's upsetting, because I was misplaying so bad, man. Right-clicking and stuff. That's the only thing bad about, like, automated simulators versus, like, Dueling Book is, like... There's, like, multiple things, you know what I mean? Like, you can... It's more freely, but... Yeah, guys, well, I think we'll wrap up stream here. Sorry, not a long one, but we'll try and get back into streaming a little bit more. Especially, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but, like... The stream setup, the office has changed quite a bit, the man cave. So we got, like, a whole new setup going on. Same old game room, but a little bit better. Wish I could show you guys. It's just kind of all set up good for all that stuff. But yep. Anyway, you guys stay safe, stay healthy. You guys join the Discord if you haven't already. All that fine stuff. And this is Charles from Team COG signing out.